Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to week 6 of digital learning. We are here on Monday, the 27th of April, and we are actually working on a lesson that we should have probably done a few weeks ago, but it's okay. So it's lesson 57, and this is working on solutions of equations. So we actually did something very similar to this, so you should be a pro at it, but we will still do an example together. So for this objective, we are going to determine whether a number is a solution of an equation. So let's go over this. So an equation is a statement that two mathematical expressions are equal. Some equations include only numbers, operation signs, and an equal sign. Example, 2 plus 17 equals 19. Other equations also include variables such as x. Example, 50 minus x equals 37. For an equation with a variable, a solution is a value of the variable that makes the equation true. So let's look at the example they have here. So equation 8.6 plus m equals 13. It says, is m equals 5.3 a solution? So, and it also asks, is m equals 4.4 a solution? So we will need to do our substitution method to see which one, or even if one of those values of m works. So first step is to write the equation. So notice I rewrote the original equation for both of them. Second step, we want to substitute the given number for the variable m. So for this one, we substitute m with 5.3. And then for this one, we're substituting m with 4.4. Notice the little question mark above the equal sign, because that is saying, are they actually going to be equal? That's why we have that question mark above it. Last step is just to add, solve, and see if that equals the amount that was the original equation. So 8.6 plus 5.3 is 13.9. 13.9 is not equal to 13. That's why we put a slash through the equal sign, because the slash through sign means does not equal. For this one, 8.6 plus 4.4 equals 13. So 13 equals 13. That is true. So last thing, just determine whether the equation is true. So the first value of m, that was not true, the equation not true. So m equals 5.3 is not a solution. Then the equation is true for m equals 4.4 because that is a solution. All right, let's try one together. So determine whether the value of the variable is a solution of the equation. So the first one's pretty simple. The equation is p minus 4 equals 6. They want us to see p equals 10. Is that a value that we can use for the variable to make this equation true? So we want to rewrite the equation, but substitute p for 10. So we have 10 minus 4 equals 6, and a question mark is above the equal sign. So let's go ahead and write this again. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So 6 equals 6. Yes. So p equals 10 is a solution. So that's what we want to do. So I want you to go ahead and try the rest on this page. Come back and check your work. Okay, let's go ahead and check our answers. So make sure you showed your work. Make sure when you rewrote that equation with the substituted number for the variable, always put a question mark above the equal sign until you determine if it's actually equal. Then you can go ahead and say that number with that variable is a solution or is not a solution. So for 2, y equals 6.8 is a solution. For number 3, n equals 12 is not a solution because it comes out to 15. That does not equal 16. For k equals 3.4, that is not a solution. 4 does not equal 5. For t equals 2, that is a solution because 3.5 equals 3.5. And for number 6, x equals 8 is not a solution because 32 does not equal 36. Let's go ahead and go to the back of the page. Okay, let's read this one together. Sheila scored 87 points on her science quiz. She scored 2 more points than Felicia. The equation p plus 2 equals 87 gives the number of points p that Felicia scored on her science quiz. How many points did Felicia score on her quiz? So we need to see and determine what amount, when added to 2, would equal 87. So you can go ahead and substitute each of these numbers for p to see which one equals it. So 75 plus 2, 75 plus 2 equals 77. 77 is not 87, so that does not work. 79 plus 2 equals 81. That does not equal 87. That does not work. 85 plus 2 equals 87. Perfect. So that does work, which means that would not work. Okay, so make sure you're showing some kind of work so I see how you came up with your answer. Try the rest on this page. Come back and check your answers. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 2, the answer was A. Number 3, the answer is also A. Number 4, I had to go through all of the answers, but the answer ended up being D. Number 5, they gave you 2 different numbers to represent the variable. You had to see which one came out to the solution. For the solution for number 5, P had to equal 7. That is the solution. For number 6, S had to equal 80 for the solution. So that is the answer there. And I showed my work for both. Okay, you could do 5 times 32, divide by 8, but what I did for both of these is 8 and 32 can both be reduced. So 32 divided by 8 would be 4, and 8 divided by 8 would be 1, so that's why I crossed those out and put those numbers. So 5 times 4 is 20, which it would be 20 over 1, but remember, if you have a fraction with 20 as the numerator, 1 is the denominator, you can just rewrite as a whole number. And then here, 8 goes into both 8 and 80. It reduces to 10 here, reduces to 1 here. 5 times 10 is 50 over 1, which, again, you could just rewrite as a whole number. Okay, I hope you understood today's lesson. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.